Hello, Assalamualaikum. First of all, let me introduce myself. My name is Kusnul Fatmasari. I'm 21 years old from majoring in architecture. Let me apologize to Mr. Novian for the late of my assessment. Okay, let's go. I will review the journal with the title Placemaking, Kawasan Permukiman Dom Nglepen sebagai kawasan desa wisata. The author is Dandi Raffiandaru Pratama and Syam Rahma Marsilia, majoring architecture from University Gajah Mada. Dome house is the relocation of post-housing settlement earthquake disaster in Nglepen, Yogyakarta. Citizen ability to restore the stage of making this settlement now better known as a tourist village. Placement is happening to change settlement built with the concept of relocation of housing become tourist village. Even the settlement tourists get the benefits. This research aims to find out how placement occurs and the factors that influence dome settlement. This research was carried out I am at knowing placemaking in the dome settlement. Concept change post-disaster relocation settlement into tourist village are quite significant concept difference. Apart from the factor which affect placemaking in residential areas, the dome is then identified in order to provide direction and recommendation for placemaking of dome tourist village settlement sustainable by maintaining the image of dome. Looking for factor up to the direction of this recommendation are carried out with placemaking theory approach from project for public space. In changing a public space, starting with observation, feel and ask questions about people who live, work, and play in space. It is to understand their needs and aspirations, both individual and society as a whole. In this study, the method used was the method qualitative by identifying variable point and indicator in study area according to the observational condition at field, then process the data generate and analyze it based on unrelated theories. Approach done is to elevate the placemaking theory. Based on placemaking theory in the literature review, then the principal use is the theory of project for public space. The focus in this study is it to look at place village towards the previously depart from the post-relocation host disaster. Taking respondent conduction is divided into respondent of domestic resident and visitors. The road access function does affect the amount placemaking a private garden on each cluster. This is proven that at the main access tourist entry is found placemaking private parks with results sufficient and high. Not only is the main access the tourist entry, road access general turned out to be quite influential for several clusters. There are 3 private gardens with placemaking value high and on 3 clusters different directly relates to public road access. This research proves that it is in that placemaking in the village settlement this domestic tour took place. Placemaking the highest is on the playground, then followed by the hall and outdoor area, private garden and street room. This can indicate on condition in the field. However, through in general, there has been proof sequence of placemaking levels. Result detailed assessment based on each fixed variable show almost the overall value of placemaking is very high. By knowing the result of the placemaking level based on variable assessment, then you can also know factor of the occurrence of placemaking in dom settlement. This research also answer the research observation for know the placemaking that happen to. The link between cluster division, road space access, and this layout site plan is also a factor for knowing the reason why not all variables have value hack placemaking. Apart from this, by understanding the factor and the interrelationship between placemaking variable, then it can make it a suggestion and recommendation for direction placemaking. So that this dome settlement keep identity and the image of the settlement. This journal reference is a lot of 10. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.